He was smart. He brought food, so I don't know if I can compete with that. Thanks, Paul. Those of you who know me know that a 3-minute time limit is pretty hard for me to keep to. I love to talk, not necessarily for the sound of my own voice, but because I'm a very enthusiastic public advocate. I'm conservative. The first time I got a chance to vote, I voted for Ronald Reagan. I still feel cheated, though. I only got the chance to vote for him the second time. If I could have voted for anybody else, it would have been for Barry Goldwater. So it makes me a little old school. Aside from that, the Charter Review Board is kind of a stealth board. A lot of people don't know what it does. A lot of people don't even know why it exists. I'll give you a little bit of background. Our country has a constitution. That constitution sets up a framework that establishes the limits that our politicians, our public servants have to follow, work inside of, the rule of law that they are meant to abide by. Because we're a home rule county, we have a charter. That's our constitution. And our county charter sets up the rules, the framework that the county commissioners, that all of the other elected officials have to work within inside Sarasota County. It's not a, I have a pothole or I need a street light changed kind of a position. We're here to make sure that the politicians have a check against their power. Now, in recent years, we have had challenges to the citizens' right to speak in Sarasota County. There have been efforts to make the board an appointed position. Who would appoint those people? The county commission. Wait a minute, they're supposed to be the ones we're keeping an eye on. We've had efforts to make the petition requirement to change the charter double. Go from 5% of the elected registered voters, which is about 16,000 voters. They wanted to double it to over 33,000 voters before you could change the charter. But the county commission could do it on a 3-5 vote. They also tried to put an expiration date on your petition signatures, like they're bad milk. I'm sorry, your opinions, your wishes, your desires as a voter do not expire. And those are all efforts that I have helped to make sure did not come about. We're going to hear those same issues come up again and again and again in this next cycle. And I see it in my inbox, groups trying to go, well, would you do it in this case? Would you do it in that case? The answer is no. The Charter Review Board is the only option that the voters of Sarasota have to stand up and say, I've got an idea to improve the government of Sarasota County, and I'm one voice. If the Charter Review Board says that's a good idea, we can get the votes on the board, we can get it on the ballot in front of the voters. Otherwise, you've got to go out and get 16,000 signatures, or you've got to get 3 county commissioners, and how easy is that? If it's you trying to make sure that they're doing their jobs. So my conservative background, my conservative credentials, I haven't always been a Republican. I came from a state that didn't require you to register. I grew up in the military. My family's been in the military back to the 1600s on this continent. So I've done the absentee ballot thing. I was a paratrooper. I feel that public service is a duty, and I didn't actually want to run for this office the first time. I got drafted because somebody dropped out at the last second. Somebody blue monkeyed.
Yeah.
Anyway, I told you I'd go over. I was the first one, too.
Thank you.